relegation battle. Let's focus on that, because Leeds United, what they managed to do there to win on the final day at Brentford and relegate Burnley in the process. I mean, Jesse Marsch, what a job he's done. And that success is great for American soccer. And we talked about it a lot on the show, the perception of US players and US coaches. I mean, this will do wonders for that in Europe and in the Premier League in particular. So hats off to Jesse Marsch, because none of us saw that coming. When we did our pre-show prediction for the weekend, we all said that Leeds are sadly going to go down, but they pulled it off. I mean, how did they do it?
You know, listen, in a few years, we're going to talk about this with Man City and Liverpool. We've done it with Man United and Arsenal recently. How do you take over for a statue? And what I mean by that is someone who at your club is going to get or has a statue already. And to step in like Jesse Marsch did and just take a team and turn it over, it reminds you that no matter how bad or good things are at a club, there are people there who are willing to embrace something new because they want to win, because they want to get it done. And I think Leeds had a lot of talent. They were clearly underperforming. I don't want to even make it about yesterday because in a nutshell, it feels like the spirit was there. They were completely flipped, which isn't to say that, you know, Marcelo Bielsa or Jesse Marsch has a different take on football, but these guys had been drilled for so long that sometimes, the switch is flipped. If you give all 20 teams, including Burnley, the chance right now to start over with Sean Dyche or Mike Jackson, how many of them are choosing Mike Jackson, right? But it was what they needed at that time. And I thought it was crazy. I still feel like they did him dirty. And I want to see him succeed. But that's the thing. I'm amazed by what Jesse Marsch was able to do, taking over for a manager that Pep Guardiola calls one of his, idols.
Yeah, incredible, right? I mean, Andy, Jesse Marsch, the scenes there with Rafinha in the away end, the relief, I think, more than anything, given all their injuries throughout the season, Bamford, Calvin Phillips, so many defenders out. They had a lot of odds stacked against them, Leeds United. So I think now for Jesse Marsch, it's about building on this, and they could pretty easily see themselves in the top 10 next season, just like they had that great first season when they were promoted back to the Premier League. So this is good momentum, I feel like, for Jesse Marsch, and these players now have a lot of belief in him and his methods.
You said the word right there that I was going to get to. I don't want to oversimplify it, but I really do think that he arrived February 28th, took that job from Bielsa, and he got the players to buy in and believe. And I know with the Ted Lasso thing that's running in a parallel universe simultaneous to this Premier League season, that seems like a cop out, and the fact that he's the American coach in the Premier League and everything. But if you look at how they played tactically, it wasn't very different, because Bielsa and Marsch there are differences, but they are smaller, detailed differences. It's not an overarching difference in philosophy. They have a lot of the same ideas and they want to do a lot of the same things. And so there wasn't too much of a transition in that, which is good, because I don't think he was going to have enough time, obviously, in training to bed in a whole new system and everything. And he didn't have the benefit of a transfer window either. And so he wasn't able to bring in any new players. And so it really was about, hey, you are the players that I have now. I'm the manager that you have now. We can get on the same page. We can believe in one another. We can believe in this project and get over the line. And they just did it in the end. And so what you said, Joe, I think is the perfect point. I am excited to now see Jesse Marsch be backed in a way that Bob Bradley wasn't when he was at Swansea and never was going to be, given the size of the club. David Wagner, when he was at Huddersfield, when they were in the Premier League, wasn't backed. Size of the club, once again, Leeds is a big, big club with a lot of money. And now the fact that they know they're going to be in the Premier League next season, they are going to back Jesse Marsch in a way that an American coach has never, ever been backed before. And I'm very excited to see where that leads.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Leeds.
You did it.
Oh, believe in Leeds. Okay, so they're already bringing in Brendan Aronson as well. That deal is going to get done, we believe, for around $30 million. So a young American attacker coming in. I mean, I could see a bit of a US revolution there at Leeds United in terms of Tyler Adams, a few other players, and Jesse Marsch, I think, will lean heavily on that now. And he's gained that respect and the trust, I think, of the Leeds hierarchy to say, okay, who do you want to bring in? So that was fun. That was fun to see that unfold on the final day. Obviously, poor Burnley. They've been good in the Premier League the last 6 years that they've been in it, but it just felt like their time was up, especially when they sold Chris Wood mid-season. Obviously, Sean Dyche then going. They nearly saved themselves in the end, but you do worry about them now going down to the Championship. They're a very different club without Sean Dyche, and financially as well with the American takeover that they've had recently. It seems like a bit more unstable, let's just say that, in terms of where they're at with Tarkovsky going, Ben Mee, Nick Pope, Dwight McNeil, these kind of players. Do they stick around? I don't think so. I think there'll be a lot of Premier League teams coming in to cherry pick the best players from Burnley who've shown they can do it week in, week out over the last years. So there's always one team that loses out in these final day relegation battles, and that was Burnley. But they have added a lot of good moments to the Premier League over the last few years.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.